Hey everybody, Cindy Ashton here, CEO of Minerva Enterprises. And today we have to have a real conversation about why a lot of speakers simply can't get to that next level of getting high paid bookings, and why a lot of them who are good speakers getting paid are unable to get to the level of being a global thought leader. And it really comes down to your content. And throughout my 20 plus years as a keynote speaker and presentation skills trainer, and now owning a booking agency, one of the things I've really heard from meeting planners over and over is how many speakers think that they're current and think that they've got great content, but then they stand up on stage and they deliver a talk that they've done a few years ago. They haven't changed the content much, or they have, but the content is too generic and not really speaking to the times and what's happening in the world. And that's a really big problem. And so I was actually reminded of this the other day. I'm preparing for my keynote speech coming up next week at Powerful Women Today. I'm super jazzed to get in front of that crowd and rock it out. And I'm doing a similar presentation to a speech that I had given 3 years ago. So I'm like, what was I doing 3 years ago? And I looked at the speech and I thought, wow, it's amazing how the world has changed, how culture had changed, how I have changed, and how much I've deepened and enriched. And it doesn't mean my work 3 years ago wasn't good, but I've grown, and so has everything else. And I literally spent 6 hours redoing my entire talk to really up-level it, not just to be current, but to be way ahead of the game. And so I'd had to research all the new statistics, all the new trends, look at how I've deepened, put it together, so that next week I can kick some serious butt and do an amazing job for my audience. Now, how do you know if you are delivering great content? Because if we go back to this question around, most speakers are either not making money speaking, or they're making a few $1,000s a talk, which is great. But how do you get from that good speaker to that paid speaker to being a global thought leader? And it really has to do with having content that is not just current, but futuristic, deep, and mind-blowing. And let me help you do this. Coming up, we have our Captivate and Convert event. It is a whole other level of presentation skills training. And why I say that is because it's so important to go from good to great. It's a whole other skill set. And at this amazing event coming up, you are going to learn really amazing tools to not just be a presenter that helps you to go global, but it's also going to help you to have content that stands out from anybody else and really makes an impact and helps you to go global. Check out minerva.co/captivate. Can't wait to see you there.